At the top of South America, on a finger of barren land thrust into the Caribbean, the day begins for the Wayúu people. We are poor, some people say, but I say we are rich. We have the sea, we have women, and the sun. Who has more than we? My land is good because it is mine. When we came here, we had to make everything. Buy water, tank it in, make sure to treat it so we wouldn't get sick. There were no roads, no mine, no communications, nothing. In one of Colombia's least developed sectors, a place called the Guajira, savage but also kind, two forces, two cultures make their separate ways. A giant industrial enterprise for a moment, and a few thousand Wayúu across land and time, promised by their God, forever. The Wayúu believe their ancestral home is the source of their strength and dignity. To succeed in the Guajira, industry must recognize the land as a sacred trust and the Wayúu as its natural heirs and masters. A century from the Wayúu camp, another Guajiran day begins. A day of machines and men to fulfill one of the most complex industrial plans of the decade. Along the Guajira's ancient dry trails, the Wayúu keep faith with their God. This was what I wanted, he said. That you should live here. I shall be watching you from heaven. It is their land, but it is hard, hard won, hard kept. One of the largest export coal mines in the world began with a daring vision. A battery of questions about Colombia's northernmost province and a $53 million exploration and feasibility study, including a comprehensive plan to safeguard the environment, involving hundreds of geologists, engineers, economists, and ecologists. They knew coal was here, but how much and where? Exactly where? They knew it was good, but how good? How does it burn? And is it worth the enormous cost to get it out of the earth and out of the country? Across a vast frontier, an unprecedented $3 billion commitment buys the land, clears it, pushes it back, brings in the water and the workforce, builds a miracle. Roads from the sea, from the mountain, roads that lead to bridges to let the railroad through. And of course, the railroad. From scratch, 90 miles of track and rolling stock to carry the coal, as yet unmined, to one of the largest coal ports in the world, as yet unbuilt. Unbuilt the piers, and especially a harbor, which had never received a great ship, never could until 15 million cubic yards of sediment were dredged from the Caribbean. An army of workers, 11,000 strong, to be trained, fed and housed, flown in and out. The decade of decisions and schedules moves ahead for the great enterprise. The long day for the Wayúu. Each culture driven by its own priorities and needs. The women work, always. The day wears on. The men wait for their nets to be filled with food for tonight and tomorrow.
X3, Alfredo, X3.
To some Wayúu, the earth gives salt, a bare living, a hard life, but life. Coal from Colombia, from the Guajira, from el Cerrejón. 15 million tons a year moved and moved again. An avalanche of coal. Now the vital link between mine and port, and doing 80 all the way. The partnership does what it must to live in the Guajira, to mine and move energy. Building the newest of harbors, literally from the bottom up. Filling the seagoing carriers at 10,000 tons an hour, and sending them out to the world. The Wayúu, in their Guajira, do what they must to keep their way of life intact. The influence of a great industrial venture all around them, largely unseen. Yet the two cultures have met, interdependent. They will continue to meet until the coal is gone and each people again goes its separate way. The coal ship puts out to sea, her destination Europe, the power plants of Denmark. And the Wayúu are already home.